Imagine this. Two strangers make the exact same promise. Tomorrow, my life changes. They buy the same books, watch the same videos, write the same goals. For the first week, they're almost identical. They wake up early, exercise, study, work on their dreams. Then, something invisible happens. One slowly returns to old habits. The other keeps going. A year later, their lives couldn't be more different. So here's the question. If they started in the exact same place, what separated them? Most people would say discipline. Others would say willpower. Some would even say they just wanted success more. But none of those answers explain what really happened, because the biggest difference was never motivation. It was something much quieter, something happening inside the brain every single day. Stay with me, because once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. Your brain has one job: keep you alive. Not successful, not wealthy, not productive. Alive. For thousands of years, the safest human wasn't the smartest one. It was the one who wasted the least energy. That's why your brain loves shortcuts, why it prefers comfort, why it resists difficult things. It's not trying to ruin your future, it's trying to protect your present. And that's where the problem begins. Because your future requires discomfort, but your brain prefers certainty. Here's something strange. Imagine someone asks you to walk into a dark cave. You don't know what's inside. Most people hesitate. Now imagine someone asks you to walk into your favorite coffee shop. No hesitation. Why? Because your brain loves what's familiar. Not because it's easier, because it's predictable. Your brain often mistakes familiarity for safety. That's why old habits feel comfortable, even the bad ones. Now here's the part that changed the way I think about discipline. Every decision you make becomes evidence. Not evidence about today, evidence about who you believe you are. Skip your workout once, nothing changes. Skip it again, still nothing. Skip it 50 times, and your brain quietly begins writing a story. We're just not someone who exercises. Read one page of a book, and nothing changes. Read one page every day for a year, and your brain starts telling a different story. We're someone who learns. The scary part is, your brain believes the story you give it the most evidence for. That's why motivation fails. Motivation is a feeling. Feelings disappear. Identity lasts. Successful people don't wake up every morning overflowing with motivation. They wake up with something stronger, a reputation to protect. Not with other people, with themselves. Every action either strengthens that reputation or weakens it. Think about someone who says, "I'm trying to quit smoking." Now compare that to someone who says, "I don't smoke." The behavior hasn't changed yet, but the identity has. And identity changes behavior long before motivation does. Here's the biggest lie your brain tells you. Missing one day doesn't matter. By itself, that's true. But your brain isn't counting days, it's collecting evidence. One decision, then another, then another. Until one day, you look in the mirror and believe the story your habits have been writing all along. The good news? Stories can be rewritten. Not with one huge decision, but with hundreds of tiny ones. One workout, one page, one healthy meal, one difficult conversation, one promise kept. Every single one whispers the same message to your brain. This is who we are now. Tomorrow morning, your brain will make you another offer. Sleep a little longer. Start on Monday. One more scroll. It'll sound reasonable. It always does. But remember this. Your future isn't built when motivation shows up. It's built the moment you choose not to believe every excuse your brain gives you. Because discipline isn't winning one big battle. It's quietly winning 1,000 invisible ones. So let me ask you something. What is one tiny promise you can keep today that your future self will thank you for? Leave it in the comments, because today's smallest decision might become tomorrow's identity.